The Han Dynasty unifying and transforming China. Imagine a time of grand palaces, vast armies, and legendary scholars, a time when China transformed from fragmented states into a unified empire. The Han Dynasty, 206 BCE to 220 CE, didn't just inherit the Qin's foundations, it built upon them, creating a civilization whose legacy endures today. But how exactly did the Han Dynasty shape China, and why is their influence still felt thousands of years later? Join me as we unravel the fascinating story of the Han Dynasty, an empire that defined China. It was 206 BCE. The Qin dynasty had collapsed after only 15 years of rule, from 221 to 207 BCE. Their brutal laws, forced labor on projects like the Great Wall, and heavy taxation left people desperate for change. Two rivals emerged: Liu Bang, a peasant-born general, and Xiongnu, an aristocratic warlord. After years of struggle, Liu Bang finally defeated Xiongnu at the Battle of Gaixia in 203 BCE. By 202 BCE, he declared himself Emperor Gaozu, founding the Han Dynasty with its capital at Chang'an, modern-day Xi'an. Unlike the Qin rulers, Liu Bang understood that an empire couldn't survive on fear alone. He eased harsh laws, lowered taxes, and decentralized power to win the people's trust. By the time of his death in 195 BCE, the Han had laid a firm foundation for centuries of stability and growth. Every great empire needs a guiding philosophy. For the Han, that philosophy was Confucianism, but its revival didn't happen overnight. Early Han rulers, such as Emperor Wen, who ruled from 180 to 157 BCE, and Emperor Jing, who ruled from 157 to 141 BCE, moved away from the Qin's harsh legalist policies and encouraged Confucian learning. But it was Emperor Wu, who ruled from 141 to 87 BCE, who made the biggest change. In 136 BCE, he officially adopted Confucianism as the state ideology, replacing the Qin's rigid legalism. Confucian principles emphasized hierarchy, loyalty, and education, values that supported both governance and social order. To implement these ideals, the Han introduced a rudimentary civil service exam system, selecting officials based partly on merit rather than birthright. Though this system evolved significantly over the centuries, its roots trace back to the Han. One of the Han Dynasty's greatest achievements was opening up trade routes that would become the Silk Road. In 138 BCE, Emperor Wu sent Zhang Qian westward on a diplomatic mission to forge alliances against the Xiongnu. Though Zhang Qian was captured and detained for years, his travels revealed new lands and cultures, laying the groundwork for future trade networks connecting China with Central Asia, India, Persia, and even Rome. Meanwhile, technological innovations flourished under the Han. Around 105 CE, the official Kai Lun refined the process of papermaking, making it more efficient and widely available. While earlier forms of paper existed as far back as the 2nd century BCE, Kai Lun's improvements revolutionized record-keeping, literature, and education. The Han military was one of the most advanced of its time, securing China's borders and expanding its influence across East Asia. In 133 BCE, the Han launched campaigns against the Xiongnu, nomadic warriors who constantly raided China's northern frontiers. By 119 BCE, generals Wei Qing and Huo Kubing achieved decisive victories, pushing the Xiongnu further into the steppes and securing peace along the frontier. Under later emperors like Ming, who ruled from 57 to 75 CE, and Zhang, who ruled from 75 to 88 CE, The Han extended their reach into Vietnam, Korea, and Central Asia. Through a combination of military conquest and cultural assimilation, they established China as a regional superpower. Despite its many achievements, the Han Dynasty eventually fell victim to internal decay and external pressures. In 184 CE, the Yellow Turban Rebellion erupted, fueled by widespread discontent among peasants and disillusionment with the ruling elite. At the same time, power struggles between eunuchs, aristocrats, and warlords paralyzed the imperial court. The final blow came in 220 CE, when Cao Pi, son of the warlord Cao Cao, forced Emperor Xian to abdicate. This marked the end of the Han Dynasty and the beginning of the Three Kingdoms period, from 220 to 280 CE. Yet the Han's legacy endured. Their innovations, philosophies, and institutions shaped China for centuries to come and continue to resonate today. The Han Dynasty shaped everything from China's bureaucratic traditions to its cultural identity. Today, Confucian values continue to influence Chinese society, while innovations like paper remain cornerstones of human progress. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who love exploring the past. What other dynasties or historical topics would you like us to cover next? Let us know in the comments below.